Nasa gilid ka
Alright,
na.
shh. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'd like to thank you for showing up to tonight and yesterday, and all the other days that we had Tito Momoy's wake. I'm pretty sure that he's really pleased and happy to see each and every one of your faces. And speaking of which, just from the sheer number of people that showed up yesterday and from the BCPP community to his family, friends, and people from work, just goes to show how much Tito Momoy had been an impact to each and every one of us here individually. And I can say so myself as well as his one of his nephews. It's so, Tito Momoy is such an inspiring person in many different ways. First of all, I really like his humor. Sometimes it might be pretty bad, but to me it's funny. It's always funny. He's always the life of the party, everywhere. And when I go back to the Philippines, he's one of the people that I look forward to seeing the most because, yeah, that's how much joy he brings to me whenever I go back home in the Philippines. And yeah, he's super funny. He knows what to say, super witty as well. And most of my most fondest memories as well in the Philippines, it comes from him. There's this one time that we were in the car and Tito Momoy, as usual he's driving, and then one time he was trying to call someone without letting go of the wheel, so he used Siri, right? But Siri wasn't really detecting his voice, and it took him so many tries, like to the point where he got super frustrated. And I don't know, it was just funny for us in the moment. And yeah, there are so many moments like these that Tito Momoy brings to our lives as well. And I'm pretty sure you can think of one as well, one striking moment where Tito Momoy really made you smile, made you laugh at work, at home, everywhere. He just brings joy to everyone's lives. And another way that he inspires me is his role as a father. He's always so family oriented, even not only with his family at home, even with mom here. Always cares about all of his siblings, and also really cares about his own family as well. He cares about Tita Gina, Ate Trisha, and Kuya Dadong, each so much, to the point where when you look at their family, you can feel that his love is you can really touch it. It's really palpable. You can see the love that he gives to his family. It's like a force that you cannot reckon with. And it's just so touching to see him with his family every time, especially with a father like him who's so hardworking, who's so talented and smart, and someone who's always willing to put God in every aspect in his life. Every time, even in the smallest of things, he puts God, as the priority. Even if it's just driving, the first thing he does is pray. And also, even if I'm not, because I live in Hong Kong, I don't see him all the time. But every now and then I open Facebook, I see his posts. It's all about God. And there's this one phrase that he always uses in his posts, and it's, we serve an awesome God. And yeah, and if you look at his life, he really did serve an awesome God. And for that, he was given so many blessings, and those blessings are, us here, wherever you are, wherever you may be. If you are there at the wake, if you are here online in Zoom, you were a blessing to him, and he was a blessing to us. God gave him so many blessings as well, towards, the end of his life. He was able to have his marriage. He was able to witness his son get married. He was able to have a grandson as well. And now that, he's passed on, he's given the most ultimate blessing ever, and that's to be with our God. So, brothers and sisters, family, friends, and everyone here tonight, Let's remember Tito Momoy for the wonderful man he is, and let's not, you know, dwell in sorrow, but actually look to happiness because that's his character, right? He's always so joyful, he's so cheerful, and he brought that joyfulness and cheerfulness into our lives as well. And, you know, I can already attest to that as someone who's a nephew who doesn't even live in the Philippines. So I can only imagine the amount of joy and happiness he brought to you if you were closer to him, if you were his siblings, if you were his family, you know. I can imagine how much of a wonderful person Tito Momoy was to you. And let's just continue praying for his soul and remember for all the amazing deeds he has done and how much he has changed our life. Oh yeah, love you, Tito Momoy.
So, every time we go to Philippines for Christmas, Tito Momoy would always take really long breaks from work, just to help our family, and he would always buy me all these new games that would cost so much. Like, even though it's really expensive, he would still get it for me. He was really nice. Yeah, he brought happiness to me a lot of times. Every time we're in Philippines, and he always never fails to make me happy. We love you, Tito Momoy. We will all miss you.